Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Hubar begins now.
A major Tasmanian Aboriginal corporation has secured long-term abalone fishing rights through a state government agreement. The move, welcomed as important recognition by local Indigenous leaders, and is being hailed as a significant step towards a treaty.
Mussel Row Bay provided a perfect setting for the 10th anniversary celebrations of Manalagena Day. Against the backdrop of festivities, Premier Jeremy Rockcliffe took the opportunity to cleanse himself of bad spirits during a smoking ceremony before announcing a 10-year lease agreement and buyback arrangement for 40 abalone units at Mussel Row Bay.
At the end of the 10-year period, the Land and Sea Aboriginal Corporation of Tasmania will pay a fee for the unencumbered ownership of the 40 units to be provided in perpetuity.
Jubilation from the man who was threatened with jail 42 years ago for fishing abalone.
We didn't have a right to this industry. We wasn't allowed to be any part of this industry. We wasn't even allowed to take these fish to feed on 40 years ago. So that recognition of this as part of who we are is very important.
Today's announcement gives the Land and Sea Aboriginal Corporation certainty in investing in the fishing industry and is being hailed as a significant step towards treaty.
In any government-led process for treaty across Australia, this is the first time that a recommendation out of a truth-telling and treaty report has been delivered in full.
For abalone diver and Malacca man Brian Denny, it means jobs.
There's a whole range of jobs in the abalone or seafood industry. You don't necessarily have to be a deckhand or a diver. There's science behind it, there's administration behind it in government areas and that sort of thing. So it'll open up a whole range of different traineeships for the younger people.
It's a social enterprise that provides opportunity, closes the gap.
The Greens today on the same page as the government.
It's a very significant day, and it was very positive to hear the Premier's commitment to expanding sea country rights to Tasmanian Aboriginal people.
Melinda Ogden, 7 Tasmania News.
A woman has died after her car collided with a ute on the West Tamar highway at Exeter on Friday night. Emergency services were called to the incident just before 8 o'clock. The 3 occupants of the ute were transported to the Launceston General Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Netball Tasmania and the Adelaide Thunderbirds have formed a new partnership, helping pave the way for Tasmanian athletes wanting to play at an elite level. The sport bodies will collaborate through clinics, training and forums starting next year.
A bright new partnership taking to the court. Netball Tasmania and the Adelaide Thunderbirds joining forces.
It's going to create opportunities for young Tasmanian athletes to spend some time in the Thunderbirds environment and learn from what is one of the best programs in world netball.
As the only state without a super netball squad, it's aiming to provide our players high-level pathway opportunities.
We must be able to find a way to create the opportunity to engage and connect to environments and people with that level of expertise.
Giving select Tasmanian athletes the chance to rub shoulders with some of South Australia's best netballers in one of the country's leading high-performance environments.
Lots of clinics and getting to just bring some new ideas and drills into the environment and just get the girls to experience the high-level training.
Helping to find the next crop of netball stars.
There's 2 netball Tassie athletes in the 21 under cohort who are doing amazing, so talent is there.
I actually used to play for the Tasmanian Magpies, so I know firsthand how many amazing players there are in Tassie.
The likes of Tassie young Charlotte Walker proving athletes from Australia's island state can make it into the big leagues.
And she's just slotted in seamlessly. Hopefully we can get a few more Tasmanian girls to come over and play for the Adelaide Thunderbirds.
The partnership also allowing umpires, coaches and officials the opportunity to further their skills.
We have more netballers playing the game than we've ever had in our history, so it's big things ahead for netball in Tasmania.
Rebecca Gaidaneros, 7 Tasmania News.
The Tasmanian Government is urging young Tasmanians aged 12 to 24 to join the Premier's Youth Advisory Council. It provides an opportunity to meet with the state's leaders to discuss issues affecting our younger generations. There are only 12 spots available, with applications closing on January 26. Community members have been given a look at what a new hospice facility in Launceston is expected to look like. The $20 million building, funded by the federal government on Howick Street, will feature 10 beds for those with life-limiting conditions and their families and carers. Health Minister Jackie Petrusma says the proposed facility was designed to replicate a home-like environment. Construction is expected to commence mid-2025 and open to patients in late 2026. Not even bad weather could rain on the parade of hundreds of revellers at this year's Launceston Christmas Parade. Residents still turning up to see their holiday favourites walking down the streets of the CBD. Funds raised from this year's event will go towards the Humour Foundation to brighten up the lives of children in hospital through the Clown Doctors program. Stay with us. Employee of the Year, Kaya Wicks, will join us after the break with the week's weather forecast.
Good evening. 20 the high for carols in the park in Hobart today. Day for it in Launceston and Devonport with the state's high of 23 degrees and 21 in Devonport. It was also 23 on Flinders Island, Smithton and Bushy Park not far behind with 22. 21 the top on King Island and also at Low Head, St Helens and Friendly Beaches. Strawn 19, 18 on Marai Island and also at Lyowini. A thick cloud band with a few thunderstorms are seen retreating away from Tasmania to the east as overcast low-level cloud covers parts of the west. Mid to high-level cloud is also seen covering the Tasman Sea. Tomorrow, a high will pass over the Bight, extending a ridge over the southern coast of WA and SA. West to southwesterly winds, 20 to 30 knots, increasing to 40 knots in the south. Westerly swells increasing to 5 metres. We have a gale warning tomorrow between Wineglass Bay to Low Rocky Point and also for east of Flinders Island. There is also a strong wind warning for all remaining coastal waters to include the Derwent Estuary, Frederick Henry, Norfolk and Storm Bay, the Channel and the Central Plateau Lakes. Becoming windy and partly cloudy in Hobart tomorrow 17, one up in Richmond with 18 there, a shower or two in Ouse with 16. A partly cloudy day for petrolheads heading to Supernats at Symmons Plains tomorrow, Launceston 19, windy and partly cloudy skies in Devonport 17, cloudy in Deloraine 2 with 16 the high. A little windy in Burnie 17, showery in Strawn 16. Now those showers possibly will extend to Curry with 17 degrees. A partly cloudy Sunday for St Helens and Swansea 20. Hang on to your brolly in Whitemark. They're expecting wet and very windy conditions with 19 there. Forecast now for Monday, showers about the west and far south, but it will be fine elsewhere. Tuesday, showers about the west extending statewide during the morning. And on Wednesday, showers remain about the west extending to the far south. North now we go. Cloud clearing in Perth and Adelaide, a fine and sunny 29 in Canberra. A couple of showers in Sydney, 27, although partly cloudy in Melbourne, and they're expecting 21 degrees. It's also cloudy in Hobart right now, 19 degrees, but sunny in Launceston with 23 and also in Devonport with 20. Thanks very much, Lou, for your acknowledgement, and I hope you're enjoying the weekend so far.
Pleasure, Kai. We absolutely adore you and you deserve it. That's all your news for this Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us. We will be back with you tomorrow. Good night.